Hi, Phil McPhillips here, the very sweaty, boiling hot homeless poet who's just about to burp because he's, excuse me, had a load of this. A little lubrication before I read this. This is a poem called The Price of Love. What power shines more than bright above, than hearts that freely choose to love? No wealth, no crown, no sword, no fame can match the strength of love's sweet flame. We think of Jesus filled with grace, whose love embraced the human race. Of Romeo and Juliet too, whose faithful hearts remain so true. Of Kolb, who another saved, with selfless love so pure and brave. Of Martin dreaming hand in hand, that love would heal a wounded land. Of Gandhi, gentle, firm and wise, who saw through hate with hopeful eyes. Their lives remind us every day that love will always find a way. Yet countless names we'll never know, whose love still makes this whole world grow. The mother holding one last kiss, the father shielding those he'd miss. The nurse who stayed till life was through, the friend who proved their love was true. The soldier standing without fear to keep another brave man clear. The fire crews that ran inside while people turned away and cried. The stranger reaching out a hand to help someone alone to stand. No statues bear their quiet names, no history books record their fame, yet heaven holds them one by one, their race of faithful love well run. For love is more than words can say, it's giving self along the way. It's hope that lifts the weakest heart, a light no darkness tears apart. So let us live with open hands, building hope across all lands. And when our fleeting days are done, may love declare a life well won. For those remembered and those unknown, the seeds of love they bravely sown will bloom beyond what eyes can see, through now and all eternity. I think my brain is melting. I think I lost the flow a bit there, but that gives you the idea. I'll read it again on a cooler day, but I quite like that. There's a lot of people in life that have never gotten the pat on the back that they deserve. You know, you see people all the time. I saw a homeless dude the last few months. He lives in his car outside of a coffee place, and I sort of tapped on the door this morning. He seemed very, very depressed. Obviously, it's a very small car, and every time I walk past, he's sort of like lying down in the middle between the seats over the gear lever. I'm thinking, how the heck is he gonna get any sleep? But he seems to manage. I offered to get him a cup of coffee or something to eat. I felt a bit like condescending asking, but then I told him about the stuff I'm doing and how long I've been in the car. Didn't say a word to me. I said my name and he went, he looked really, I said, will you remember my name and the homeless poet, and please have a listen? And there's some stuff on there where I just try and stay creative and try and keep your pecker up, sort of thing, without saying that, you know. And he looked really bad. And I went in to get my coffee and I said to the guys, you know there's somebody living in the car outside, don't you? They said yes, they know. It's very good that he's outside that place because it's 24-hour and they don't mind, and they're keeping an eye on him. So that's good. Good God, that makes you burp, that stuff. It's from Walmart. It went up 10 cents last week. It was like 87 cents. Now it's 19 cents. Now with tax, it's about $1, because everything you buy here, you see it on the shelf for $1. You go to the checkout, the till, and you're paying $1.07. You know, so you've got to count the tax before you get to the checkout. You can't. You probably, a lot of you know this already, but in England you don't do that. The price is the price you pay, and it's a bloody hefty price, isn't it? I hear things are going up right now. God, I'm shining with sweat. Shining. What is that? What film is that from? Oh yeah, I remember, but I can't remember what it's called. It's a great song, and the guy that sang it said it was his ode to Bowie. He said it was his. Oh God, what's the word? You know what I mean. He did it out of respect for Bowie. It is a beautiful day. These glasses keep sliding off my nose. These are a cheap pair of cheetahs, and they're a funny colour. They're like a see-through sea blue. They're all right. So I'll read that poem again another day when it's cool and I can find my way through the paperwork that I scribble on and tell you a poem and go on and on. Oh God, I repeated the same word in a poem. All right, so I've got the day off tomorrow. Norway, England, very, very close. It's going to be close. I have respect for Norway. I have respect for England. I think England have the slight edge. It's going to be a battle. It's going to be a lot of goals. I'm seeing 3 each and then penalties, or 3 each and then a last minute 4 by England. O'Reilly or Kane. We'll see. And on that note, I'm Phil McPhillips, the homeless poet, and I know it. Have a beautiful Friday night and don't drink too much.